And then I'm getting all down on myself. I'm like, that could have been a friend. You might never see her again. That was your opportunity. They don't come all the time. So I was like, it wouldn't have been that hard. Like, even if you embarrass yourself, it's not a big deal. So then I start reading my book, and then I hear something, and I look up, and she's feeding Hank. Or she's not feeding Hank, she's just like trying to get Hank's attention. And I said, this is the perfect opportunity because I have food and I can give her the food to feed Hank, okay? So I stand up and I'm like, I'm doing it. I go over to the water and I said, hey, did you want to feed them? Because there's three ducks, one Hank, his wifey, and then the side boo thing, you know, she's got a couple of them ducks. And so a friend of a friend, exactly. So I walk over there, and I was like, hey, do you want to feed them? And she doesn't answer me. She doesn't even look up. I said, that's crazy. So I got even closer. I'm on her ass. And I was like, hey, do you want to feed them? She doesn't look up. I go, oh my God, is she purposefully ignoring me? Like, this park is silence. You hear like a tiny little, you know, chatter of water flow, but other than that, it's quiet. Because I literally was like, oh my God, maybe she's deaf. And so I literally thought that because I was so loud behind her. So I turned like kind of to the side, like kind of like up in her business. I was like, hi. And she goes, oh, hi. Not deaf. Maybe stupid. Not sure at this point. And I go, hi, like, did you want to feed them? And she goes, oh, yeah. And it was at that moment that I realized she is at best 20 years old. At best 20 years old. No headphones. And while I'm processing how old she is, I go, it was just so nice. Like, I'm like handing her the food. I was like, it was just so nice to see someone my age because this park usually has like a lot of older people. And she like kind of gives me a weird look. Probably because she's like, you decrepit grandmother. What do you mean people your age? I accidentally insulted her. And she goes, oh yeah, like I had to go sit by a body of water for class and like write up an assignment about it. I said, oh, so you're not even out here in nature for your own volition? And that book you were reading was assigned to you? And you're in school? Oh my God, things just keep getting so much worse. And so I was like, oh. And like I've already resigned to the fact that this 20-year-old is not about to be my friend. And so I'm like, I'll just make it a pleasant conversation. And so she's cosplaying, enjoying nature. And so I go, she's trying to hand it to Hank. And earlier you guys know at this point that Hank specifically likes me. And earlier when I first got to the park, I held out some food for Hank and he ate it out of my hand. I've showed you guys videos. And she goes to do it and he kind of like gets near her and is like, nah, that's not Jess. You know. And so he kind of like backs up and she just looks up at me. I was like, you can drop it too. He'll come over and get it if you drop it. And so she drops it and he immediately comes over and gets it. And she like smiles at me like, oh, how'd you know? And I said, yeah, that's Hank. I was like, yeah, I call him Hank. And then we're just kind of sitting there in silence, and I'm trying to like fill the silence. So I go, and then I said, he was here all winter, but those ducks just kind of got here recently. I think that the girl duck is like his girlfriend or something, and I think that like the other guy ducks are into her too. And I start going into this whole soliloquy about the interpersonal relationships of these ducks that I have names for. And I was like, oh my God. She literally thinks I'm an old bag bird lady. And so after I say a few things about the ducks and she doesn't really respond, I was like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Yeah, you enjoy though. I'm gonna be over here with my book. You know where to find me. I kind of just walked away. Like it got a little awkward. And so I just went back. This duck lady at the park, yeah, she's not even gonna call me girl. Like we weren't even on the same level. And so I sat back down. I've had my hand in my head. I said, I'm so weird. Like I am so weird. And so I'm trying to read my book. I'm sitting there like this, reading my book. I just keep reading the same line over and over again, and I'm just like all in my head. And then so I put the book down and I'm just staring at the water because I know I'm not gonna get anything read. And then she has to walk past me to leave, so she's over here, and I'm sitting on the blanket looking forward, like not even on my phone. I'm not even on my phone. I'm not even reading my book. I'm just looking forward. And she walks past me, no headphones, no phone, just like doing nothing. And she walks past me like an inch from where I'm sitting. And this is the perfect opportunity. I gave her food to feed Hank. This is the perfect opportunity to just go, bye, like, have a nice day. Her ass does this, y'all are me. She goes, like so resigned to like not say anything, not look at me. It would have been so easy to just go, bye, have a nice day. And I knew in that moment that she wanted fucking nothing to do with me. Because you could have just been like, bye. I bet she smoked weed and she got a cake. I bet you're not a very fun person to be around. So let's see who wins that bet. The tinfoil props are saying. Bro, it's all just part of the vibes. It's part of the vibes. So, I didn't make a friend at the park today. Long story long, I did not make a friend at the park today, but I saw a child. Jess is actually Yzma, and the ducks are people she fed the elixirs to. Don't dox. Life, am I right? You're right. Choo choo. I loved the story. Yeah, of course y'all loved it, but I had to experience it. When I went into like the 4th or 5th detail about these ducks, I felt it. Like in that moment, I was like, oh, this is weird. But once you've already like gone that far into the conversation, it's hard to like get out of it. You know, I was like, yeah. So then Hank comes over to me and we hang out. He comes sit on the blanket with me, and then the girl duck showed up, and it's like she's just in there like I just have to write an assignment about sitting by a body of water. I bet she wrote about me, bro. She probably wrote in her paper, if you are not on your phone, it is proof that someone can come over to you, and the people at the parks are crazy. Stay away from them. Like, in summation, you know. Alexa, play Psycho.
Okay, Psycho, featuring Ty Dolla $ign by Post Malone from Apple Music.
Hello, motherfucker.
John!
Hello, motherfucker.
John, thank you so much for the 1 PP points. Oh my god! Alexa! Pause! Chong! You're peeping! Chong is peeping!
Hello,
peeping.
motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. Yo, Chong! That's so many PP points! Oh my good golly god, Chong. Biz, add Chong to the list that I'm not sure that we're keeping, but add them on there anyway. Chong, thank you so much for the tier 4. We got 155. 155. Chong, thank you so much. Mel, I didn't have a chance to go to the P.O. box. No, I'm sorry. I let you and Biz down. And I feel it. I feel it. Chong, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Alexa, play. Oh, it's real real. I bet he's got clean sheets though. Don't he? You don't know what Post Malone be doing. You don't know his life. Don't pretend to know Post Malone. You're acting like you're besties. He don't know you like that. You don't know his life. You don't stalk him. Does he stay at the Sheraton? I'm sure he doesn't. He probably stays in a nice place. Love a clean sheet. All right, we're losing the hat. We've lost the hat, chat. That kind of rhymed. What was that thing that you guys remember when Grimace said something rhymed and it could not have possibly rhymes less? Oh shoot, I don't remember what it was. Polly is there forgetting the color of Ka's eyes. Polly watches every stream. Wood and food. Oh. Yo, Skiz remembered. I don't even think that is like considered a slant rhyme. Yo, Skiz is on it. He's on it. If we were talking about wood or food, I guess I know. No, he's not, Biz. Then you really are a thief, if that's what you want to be. I remember a few things once in a while. He said every once in a while something sticks. Most of the time, no. But sometimes something sticks. That's usually the thoughts that keep you up at night. The things you can't forget. You know, we're all always so butthurt that we're losing our minds and getting dementia and forgetting things. But it's like, do you really want to remember at the end of the day? I love that song, LP. You know that. You know I love that song that you wrote. Wood and food. No one says wood. Gotta go chop my wood. Bro, our villagers don't even say that. And they be saying some shit. Namo type shit. And they still don't say wood. Dementia? I hardly know her. Hate it. Hate it. Namo. Okay, fine. We can play Age of Empires. Okay, fine. We can play. Definitely overrated. Definitely maybe. I met a girl named Tara. She lives in the heart of America. She liked black caddies, listened to Puff Daddy, dancing till the lights were sore. I worked around the corner at a diner with a grouchy owner. And her boyfriend Shady dates another girl named Katie. Loves a definitely maybe. Sorry. I only have so much room in my little brain to retain shit, so I pick and choose. Wood and food seemed worthy. I see why. And you know, it was so that you could call it back for all of us. Mi amor, what they say. Mira. Écoute. No, that's French. ¿Cómo se dice listen in español? Oh, no me importa. Anyway. I'm on the wrong game. Shit. Woo! Wait. Biz plays Age of Empires since when? Since forever. He's never not. Mon chéri, tu parles français? Oui, parle français. Le petit français. J'aime le français. Non. Parlez-vous et écoutez. I can't separate French and Spanish. J'habite au Paris. Ooh, I have never been to Paris, but I would love to go. An acquaintance of mine got it for me, and now I can't stop playing. He's addicted. I'm addicted to you. Femme la bouche is all I know outside of the song about avec moi. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Venir au lit avec moi? Venir la douche avec moi? Which means, will you shower with me? Simple Plan. I love Simple Plan. French is the most difficult language. I don't think so. English is probably more difficult than French. Je n'ai pas de frères. No. Je n'ai pas les pas. Je n'ai pas les pas. Je n'ai pas les pas. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to use either of my languages. I used to be like very fluent in both of them at one point. When I was younger, I spoke really good French because I was at like a Christian school that like we worked really hard on it. And then when I worked at my friend spoke Spanish in high school, and then I learned it in college, and then I worked at a school with Spanish kids, and I like made it my life goal to be able to speak really, really good Spanish. And now I've lost it all. It's like crazy how English only, please. It's crazy how quickly you lose it if you're not using it. You do not speak is what you just said. Yeah, I was trying to say I do not speak good English. Je ne parle pas. That's the part that I was missing. Je ne. I don't know how to add good into that sentence, which is why I kept messing up. Bibi wants a cheese omelet. Bibi wants cheese omelet. With le and la. Well, that you have a problem with, what is it called? Conjugation. Seeing if something is masculine or feminine. Sexuality of words. Oh, omelet sounds good. Okay. Make mine a spinach puff. I think you forgot the bien word or some shit. No, see, but that's the problem. Like I said, I keep confusing French and Spanish, and so bien brings me back to Spanish, and then I start translating it, the French into Spanish, and then I lost the meaning of it, and I just moved on. Je mal pas. I don't know. Amen. Man child, why you always come around and taking all my love from me? I mean, how's a chair gonna have a conjugation? I don't know, man. I got a Duolingo app to keep me fresh. I honestly don't think that Duolingo does really much of anything for most people. I think 90% of people that use Duolingo literally retain nothing. What's up, Ram? Spench. Yes, we're speaking Spench. Spanish, like Popeye. Spinach. Thanks for the follow, Charlie. Charlie bit me and it really hurt and it's still hurting now. If you've never gotten conjugal in a chair, have you even lived? Well, I know you can't kill yourself until you've gotten conjugal in a chair. Add it to the list for our book of things you have to do before you kill yourself. I think it's more of one of those things where you get what you want out of it. Right, but I think people... No, I don't agree. I think people want to get like fully fluent from the app, and it's just not really set up unless you are putting in copious amounts of like time and effort into it. You kind of have to do it outside of the app too, or like you can't just do like the daily quizzes and become fluent. But a lot of people definitely have Duo for the meme. Yeah, that's true. Yes, that I agree with, Skiz. Yeah, they do the streak. Like they do it to have done Duo. And I think that like going into it, they mean well. Like they really do want to learn another language, but it's like, it's not the way. It's kind of like when someone buys a guitar to learn and they try it 3 times and they're like, this shit's hard. You know, I heard the best way to learn the language is to immerse yourself in the culture. Yes, definitely. I legit like leveling up my friends. It's not that bad, guys. Promise. But did you also have a background in French before starting it? Because that changes things too. You have to... I think a better way to say what you meant is that, like, if you use it well, you can get a lot from it. Because you said they get what they want out of it. I think what more of the vibe of what you were going for is, like, you get what you put into it. Sort of. I spent the entire trial period talking about horses, not... Yeah. Duolingo was trying to turn Waffles into a horse girl. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, good catch. Oh, we fishing. We fishing conversationally. Alright, let me close this bottle before I lose it. Close your bottle before you lose it. Penzejo? Penzejo? However, maybe you don't really want it if you don't get it out of the app. See, that's a whole other debate. That's a whole other debate. there's a psychology principle about that, where it's like you're supposed to change your verbiage.
Hello, motherfucker.
This is kind of a stretch, but you're supposed to change your verbiage of, oh my god, Diz! Apparently every time you get dizzy, boy, you still get dizzy. Diz, thank you so much for the tier 3 announcement. I don't know why the hello motherfucker thing is going off. See if I can figure out how to shut that off right quick. It says it's not enabled, so. Mansions, why you always come around and taking all the lessons from me. Community gift subs, anonymous community. Save. Alright, it should be off now. It's just the anniversary. He didn't even add to the PP points. Wow. Wow. Remy with the 80 stream streak. Thank you so much for your consistent attendance of stream. I'll mark you down as present. What was I talking about? I was talking about,